we go. I get Charmander. Oh, no, further. There. Now he can oversee everything. All right. Just a heads up to anybody who might be watching, our internet has been kind of iffy today, so if we suddenly disappear, that is why. Yes, no, yes. Hello, 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 hello.
I'm not in yet.
Adam's not in yet, but he is here, unlike last time when I was left to my own devices, which is a terrible idea, and I shouldn't be left to my own devices. Yeah, look at this. It's Stitch, and I can wear short sleeves today, and probably today only. I was waiting to go into the theater guild because they arrived way too early for the audition. Ooh, what are you auditioning for? All right, I'm going to start drawing. Today's theme is just random. It's fakemon, which is Pokemon, but we make them up. So basically, there's only 2 people in here right now. I'll have to re-explain this rule. Basically, give me an animal and a Pokemon type, and I will see if it strikes any fancy. Adam's already thinking about it. You were the true first, Firelight. We had some technical issues.
I beat you. I said first.
No, I know. I saw it before I had to do some shenanigans. All right, so I'm going to start with my first fakemon. While you guys think of your own fakemon.
Horse steel.
A steel horse?
Yes.
I could see that one. Once again, an animal inspiration and a Pokemon type is kind of how I'm going to be going about this.
Ferret, fairy.
A fariot. All right, I am drawing, so Adam will have to be in charge of.
I am not in charge of anything right now.
Okay.
I have no connection.
Adam lost connection. Our internet has been iffy today, so if we disappear, that's why.
I'm the 3rd generation Wisconsin dairy farmer. I call
Oh, Adam, I have being stuck watching ads. The darkest timeline. Worse yet, it was political ads.
No. I was threatening it by going onto my phone, and it almost made the video work on my.
Dang. Sorry, everybody. That I hopefully things are not lagging too bad on your guys' end.
All right. Please hopefully see the chat.
Hey, Callison is here. From your camper. So today we are drawing, those of you who have just come in, we're drawing fakemon, so fake Pokemon, so animal and Pokemon type, and I'll see if it inspires me. Adam's still trying to get back in.
I don't have audio, so I don't know how far I'm lagging behind, but I do have the chat. So I'm ready to record your inferior Pokemon suggestions because Fairy, Ferret, and Steel Horse are obviously the best.
They're pretty good. My problem is I want to make this look too much like the real animal. It's got to look like a Pokemon.
Insert cheesy pun claims that Steel Horse is a car.
It's just a car.
We have a opossum poison.
And poison.
There it. Apparently, opossum from insert cheesy pun has gotten Appa fakey monkey in cat's brain. But do Appa as a Pokemon inspiration or
Appa basically is a Pokemon. He's a Pokemon already.
So a possum, poison type. Do a trash panda, but make it a Pokemon. So that's raccoon.
All right, I started out with this one wanting to be like a ghost type, but it's actually kind of turning into maybe a flying type.
I apologize to the chat, and I will not be a super awesome MC tonight. One, we randomly scheduled this on my ideal nap time for today, and two, I've got no audio on my side, which is definitely like I'm losing. I don't have the pulse like I normally do.
All right, here's my first one. It was going to be a ghost bunny, but then it turned out to be a flying bunny. He's normal flying. I think he's cute.
How many do you need tonight, Julian?
I think I need 8. I need 8 postcards tonight. All right, should I do the fairy ferret or the poison possum first?
Hey, what about Steel Horse?
Harder to draw, so I'm saving that one. It's the steelness, like portraying the steelness that is like the biggest challenge, I feel.
Blades for hooves.
Quite possibly. Instead of clubs for feet, it has blades for feet.
Yes.
Let's go with the fairy ferret. Would it be like a what are those, like convergent version of ferret like they have now, or they've got the different versions of the Pokemon?
I do not understand.
There's so many Pokemon games that take place in different parts of the Pokemon world that they're starting to be like, here's the same Pokemon, but it looks different because it came from like this environment instead.
I almost understood that. I'm multitasking too much. Hedgehog Dilemma is getting us animals, but not Pokemon types. We need Pokemon types as well.
Yes, give me an animal and typing.
I wonder. You want them all fighting type? Hedgehog dilemma. You want a rabbit fighting type, and a raccoon fighting type, and a rat fighting type, and a fox fighting type. Poor hedgehog dilemma. The weather is nice, so their neighbors are blaring music.
Yes, that does happen. Our neighbors are too far away.
You could
Well-
do a boombox grass type.
A grass type that is a boombox.
Yes, like magnetar and like
Magneton.
magneton. There are a whole bunch of like not biological type Pokemon creatures running about. Hedgehog dilemma is giving me grief. The only type is fighting type. They all fight. I don't know, man. I just got here. They'd like a con artist type.
I mean, that's kind of what this ferret is turning out to be. This fairy ferret. So I'm like going with kind of trickster version of ferret.
Firelight is empathizing with Hedgehog, sarcastically saying, the best is when they have a fire while your windows are open and just blowing smoke right in your front window. I have a candle Pokemon.
Yeah.
You should have a like campfire Pokemon. That's
Like it's just a sentient campfire.
Is there a wood type? There's not a wood type.
No, there's grass type.
It would be, and it should not be, it's a campfire, and it's not a fire type. It is a grass wind type.
Grass flying, there's no wind.
No wind either?
It's flying. Should your fairy be a full fairy type, or should it be a mix of something?
I don't know.
All right, I'll make it full fairy.
Cat was in Los Angeles and had a torrential downpour yesterday that they had to drive through. That's unfortunate. No torrential downpours here this week, though we had a blizzard a week and a half ago or so now.
Yeah. Full on blizzard, and today it's in the 70s. Good old Wisconsin. All right, here is Adam's ferret fairy. She is a trickster, and she steals your money. She's holding a coin, as you can see. Little thief fairy.
Cat also suggests a Poke Swan that is definitely a fighting type, holds a grudge.
There's at least one swan Pokemon, which is just Swanna, very creative. Are there more swans? I should know this, but
You should indeed call yourself a Pokefan.
I know, I'm hugely disappointing.
All
right. Can't hear in my mouth.
Firelight mentions all their prepared ideas this time are just chibi sci-fi things, which I'm down with. Let's make Julian draw some of that.
Isn't that what Pokemon really are? Chibi sci-fi things, really?
Hedgehog wants an entrepreneur type and an anarchist type.
I think you might be confused about how Pokemon work there, Hedgehog.
Chibi Dune Worm, Chibi Cyberman, Chibi Dalek, Chibi Xenomorph, Chibi Predator. Xenomorph.
It probably exists.
You could do, if you want to make it cute, you could do like a grass Xenomorph, grass type xenomorph, or if you wanted to do it more accurately, it'd be like a shadow or a poison type, probably.
A ghost type?
Could be a ghost type, maybe.
Or dark type?
Dark type.
Okay.
Dark type.
I'm doing the poison possum.
Chibi tripod from War of the Worlds. We can do the Dune Worm, but it's a secret water type.
It could be water earth.
Yeah. I'm gonna sneak away. Get up to mischief real quick.
Uh-oh. Adam's up to mischief, y'all. You're left with me, who's not really talking because I'm just drawing. We are still having stupidly nice weather for Wisconsin today. It is ridiculous. And I hate to be that cliche person who talks about the weather, but we don't get it this good very often. Dune worms are ground type because rock ground, because that makes sense. It would make sense. Yes, indeed.
All right. What other types do we have here? We got Firelight confirmed. Well, they want a water bender Dune worm, but it's more or less the same thing. Hedgehog claims that Dune worms is a ground or a rock type because that makes sense. But you see, if you were steeped in the Dune lore, you know that the sandworms are the source of the future wet paradise of Arrakis, and that they're the source of water in Dune as well as space. Hedgehog though moves on from that to grass chameleon. And now they are going to lurk before work.
Work? Work? Disgusting. On a Sunday afternoon as beautiful as this? No. Should be illegal. Against the law.
Hedgehog is complaining to me and it's like, oh my god, keep your lore.
Adam, you haven't even fully read it though.
Fully? I haven't even partially read it.
I thought maybe you had started it at some point.
No, I mostly, there's a channel I listen to that goes into sci-fi lore of different stories. I like listening to his voice, but I can't remember his channel name right now. And he did several on Dune.
All right, here we go. The poison possum. He's a toxic little guy.
You should show to me because my video is behind. Delightful.
Do you want to see your fairy ferret up close?
Yes.
She's got a little coin, but she stole it from somebody. She
Uh,
probably has whatever move that Meowth had that lets us steal coins from other Pokemon.
Hmm.
Payday? Yes, Payday.
Payday.
It probably has Payday.
Yep. Twilight says, I'm excited about my business again because I have to make myself take today off. I'm the only true Dune reader here, apparently.
Wait, who here has read Dune? Who is it?
Firelight.
Firelight has read Dune? I'm so sorry.
Their next suggestion is a vampire turkey, but I don't know if it's a vampire type.
No, I think they're just making suggestions in hopes that I will do them. By the way, I'm right-handed, so you can't see it. And apparently this is a left-handed mug, but my mug has Garrus Vakarian on it. Oh, yeah. Space boyfriend. All right.
So I was like, oh, so maybe I have read more Dune than you. Stow your lore. Yeah, I might have read more, but I've done more research than you.
Oh, somebody tell me what Pokemon I should do.
Steal a horse, trash panda, fighting raccoon, fighting rabbit, fighting swan, grass chameleon.
I don't know. The fighting swan sounded kind of fun. Kind of put an image in my head, so I'm gonna try that one. We kind of already have a grass chameleon. He's not grass, but he's a chameleon. His name is Kecleon.
You could do a flying grass campfire.
It flies at your face. It's the campfire that flies at your face.
Oh, Hedgehog's about to block me. Excuse me, I'm doing nothing but enriching your life. Cat read the first couple books of Dune back in the 90s, but does not remember all that much. All right, Firelight wants to know what are the types in Pokemon so that they can come up with some.
Oh goodness, Firelight. Not nerdy enough. So there's grass, fire, water, to start out with. Earth, flying, fighting, dark, psychic, ghost, fairy, and dragon. And poison. And steel.
Fairy? I was trying to type them up, but Julian went way too fast for me, so I didn't type them all up for you. You just have to replay that portion over and over again. I'm sorry. Firelight, Julian, Dune is good. Don't be a Jenna.
I don't think I would like Dune. I don't think I would like it at all. If that makes me a Jenna, then it makes me a Jenna. I don't tend to like older sci-fi and fantasy written by men. Just never is my thing. Like, I think that old men have said enough. I don't need to read any more of it. I'm okay. Okay with the amount that I have read so far in my life from old white men.
I mean, kind of the elements Firelight, but not really. Like, flying type is not an element, but it's kind of the wind
It's
type.
basically just air type, but mostly birds.
And there is rock and ground type, but not earth.
Yeah, rock and ground, two legally distinct types.
That are neither of them earth.
Correct.
And then there's also, is there steel and iron or just steel?
Just steel.
And grass and fairy, those are not elements. Firelight agrees. They don't think you'd like Dune much either, but it's still decent. Decent.
Well, it didn't make me want to stabbed my brain out, so I guess.
Trying to think if I've got sci-fi ebooks that I think you would enjoy, but I don't think I do.
I could probably count the number of sci-fi books that I have read in my life on both hands. Like, I just do not reach for sci-fi, mostly because, like, I think I might like more modern sci-fi, but so much of it has been written by old white men that I am, like, very jaded about it, and, like, also it just doesn't interest me as much.
I wonder if you'd like some of the Star Trek standalone novels or Star
I
Wars
have thought about it. I
standalone
did read
novels.
one. I randomly read, like, a Voyager standalone. It was very silly.
You might enjoy Star Trek. Its parody works, and that, like, one I remember reading is Star Trek and the Voyage to the Undiscovered Nursing Home.
Meh. I don't know if making it parody would be enough.
Ah, yes, Bug type.
Oh, yeah, Bug.
is a type.
Bug is a type. I forgot about Bug. Poor Bug.
Indeed.
Oh, and Ice. I forgot about Ice type as well.
You need to do a Pony Bug type.
A Pony Bug?
Yes. Hedgehog does remind us of Murderbot, and Murderbot is a very excellent series.
I haven't picked that one up yet either. Mostly it's because I'm afraid that I won't like it, and then everyone will hate me.
That's okay. You can read it and not like it, and then I will call that out in the next stream, and we'll all haze you over it.
No, that doesn't make me feel better, Adam.
No, it won't. It'll draw a crowd.
Oh,
and
I
other views.
I don't think anything
Haters
can
come to hate you.
Right?
You know?
Yeah, haters. She didn't like Murderbot. Come get her.
Lady Spookoi
Probably.
has a Shatner written Trek novel if you'd like to borrow it.
Oh God.
I've not heard or read anything about his books of his character, but apparently he's written quite a few.
I mean, the man loves himself, like, a lot. Like, Shatner does not have self-esteem issues.
Firelight has now read the first 2 Dunes and owns the first 3. They're vaguely excited about the guy who becomes a worm, like book 5. Hedgehog concurs. Since they recommended Murderbot, you're certain to hate it.
It's true. We never like the same things. Except for, didn't we kind of both? No, we both felt the same about the Dune movie. We can agree about the Dune movie, Hedgehog and I. All right, here's my fighting type goose. It was a swan, but it turned into a goose. So it's a fighting type goose. His name is Goose Mac.
You do a cat bug type.
Cat bug?
Yep.
Be a caterpillar.
What is Cubone's type?
Cubone is a earth type. Rock? No, earth. All right, got 4 more of these to do, guys. I feel like I'm making pretty good time.
Yeah, I'm making good time. Close to halfway, only 30 minutes in. Firelight's like, we know Julian doesn't read sci-fi, but keep recommending sci-fi for Julian to read.
Right. I feel bad, like, I feel like I should be more well-read as an author, but I'm like, listen, I like 2 genres. I like fantasy and thrillers. Very, very occasionally, I will dip my toe into romance, but these days, modern romance is just mostly for the smuttiness, and I'm like, no, thank you, though.
You did write one sci-fi-ish.
I did write one, but it was fan fiction with the serial numbers scraped off, so it's very science fantasy, really.
Grom has joined us.
Yes, you figured that out?
Yeah, they told me.
Oh, okay.
I did not recognize.
Yeah. And Spockoy would be Spock and McCoy.
I
mixed
was
together.
getting the vibes,
Yeah.
especially because they had a Shatner book. So I'm like, is this?
You know, I love sci-fi game. Well, I like sci-fi games and I love sci-fi TV and movies, except for Dune. But I really love sci-fi TV and movies. It's just in book form, I don't like it. And I think it's the science. Like nothing magical can happen. It's all dumb old science and everything has to have an explanation. And I'm like, I don't care.
So you'd like science fantasy more?
Yes.
And that wouldn't doesn't try to like.
I want light fantasy. And I also don't really want spaceships.
You might enjoy cyberpunk then.
Maybe. Like, I don't want to go into space, but also I don't really like. What was I gonna say? What was it that I was like not really into?
Well, probably like a lot of sci-fi is all about the world building, and you probably don't like people that drone on about the.
I really
neatness
don't.
of
I
their
don't
world.
like, and I think that's one of the reasons I don't like sci-fi is because it tends to be very heavy on the droning on and on about your goddamn science, and I don't care. I feel the same about overdone like world building too. You drone on and on. That's why I don't like Wheel of Time too much because it's a lot, and I don't care.
All right, getting back to the goal of the stream.
Yes, Pokemon.
We have a Shatner-inspired ice-type Bigfoot.
Nah. I have no idea how I would do that, so let's pass on that one.
Sure. So he's Bigfoot, ice-type Bigfoot wearing a shirt. It is ripped. Could be ice-type Bigfoot with like a rock over their head.
To fight a Gorn.
I mean,
it's just because Hedgehog really wants to force me to draw a Bigfoot. I know I'm onto you, Hedgehog. I don't want to draw Bigfoot.
Okay, that suggestion came from Firelight. So unless
no, I said the wrong person. It's Firelight. Firelight's always trying to get me to draw the Bigfoot.
Hedgehog confirms that Cubone is ground. Cat Endless. When I was a kid, there was a goose named Trouble. As in, here comes trouble.
That's a good name for a goose. Hang on. Look at my son. Look at him. Look at him. This is my boy. Look how big he is. Look at him.
Almost as big as you.
Yeah, almost. All right. I had an idea for like a snail. I don't know, but I don't know what type it should be. Snail Pokemon, what type should it be?
Electric.
Ooh, electric snail. I kind of like it. Adam's like doing well today with his combinations. He's already gotten a couple, like the electric snail and the. I might still draw the horse.
Ferret.
I might, yeah, the fairy ferret. I like how that turned out.
Firelight thinks you should read the romances they recommend because their romances aren't really smutty.
Yeah, but they are sci-fi, which is why I'm struggling.
So the sci-fi one we read in the book club, that was more of a sci-fi mystery.
Which one was that?
They went to a derelict spaceship that was like a luxury cruise liner.
Oh yeah, I hated the way that one was written. Interesting concept. Did not like the writing. The writing was garbage. I would like if somebody could find me good space horror, because I think horror and being in space actually would blend really well. But so far, I've not been impressed with what I have seen. So like somebody needs to vet it for me and tell me that it's good.
Alright. Let's see. Yeah. Alright. So, team chat. We had rabbit suggested as an animal, but we didn't really get a type with it.
Team
I've been going
chat.
back through the
Okay.
list of animals we've had and seeing if we can get some types. So, what do you think would be a fun or unique typing to go with rabbit? I'm leaning towards dark type myself as a rabbit.
Ooh,
Dark
like a-
type.
Like a moon rabbit?
What's that?
Like a moon rabbit?
Ooh, that would be cool. Any other suggestions from the chat? Hopefully, I can still see the chat. All right, my phone chat has gotten behind, but so I'm gonna try to review my laptop chat. Oh goodness, am I like that far? Yeah. Lady Spoy Koi gives you a hard time. How dare you have your own taste?
That's right. I really should work on that. It's a serious character flaw that I have.
Oh, Firelight, you made Firelight sad, like as a sci-fi author listening to this.
I'm sorry.
Or Firelight.
I want to like it.
Going back, I'm having trouble with the chat on my phone, so I'm a little bit behind here. But going back in time, this is the Shatner inspired Bigfoot type.
So
And
there.
Spoy Koi recommends the outfit from the 6th Trek movie when he and McCoy are on the frozen prison planet. Hedgehog is credulous that you were accusing them that they wanted you to, but they're like, I didn't want you to, but I do now.
Great. I've got more than one now. All right, here's my electric snail. He'll look cooler when he's colored, but he like powers up electricity in his shell and then zaps people. So like once it's colored, it'll look cooler. Right now, it just kind of looks like he's fluffy or something.
That's fun.
All right, how many have I got?
Hedgehog is haunted by the target slowpoke. Like, stop showing off the cool stuff target finds.
Yeah, no, we can't. Oh man, I really want to go on a Target road trip now. Like you, me, and Cassidy, we just go on a Target road trip and we just drive around looking at all of the different Pokemon in the different Targets. Because now that I have some Pokemon plushes, I cannot be stopped.
Ooh, Electric Snail would make a good band name.
It would. Hello, everyone. We're the Electric Snail. Here to play some music. Hedgehog, you should come with us on our Target Pokemon hunt.
All right, we've been
Girl Scout cookies. All right, I still have 3 to do.
So with Rabbit Dark type, we could have a Raccoon Steel type. I think there's already a Fox Fire type.
Yeah.
You could be different and be a Fox Water. Ooh, Fox Ice type.
There's already one of those
Fox
too.
Water type. Fox
Not
Grass
specifically
type.
a fox. Foxes are popular.
It's true.
There's not really a fox grass type unless you count the evolution. So I could do that one. I'll do that one.
Doing Fox Grass type.
Fox grass type.
Excellent.
All of these are like either single evolution or pre-evolutions because I only do cute animals.
Oh, Spoikoi is like, a dark rabbit might come off a little bit too much Donnie Darko, but is that a bad thing to Spoikoi? Is it?
It's Spokoi, Adam, not Spoikoi.
I like Spoikoi because it's closer to Boy Toy. And also, Hedgehog is super disappointed that you haven't conformed to their personality yet.
Yeah, I'm working on it. It's not going well.
Ooh, a Firelight is suggesting an Ice Phoenix type. Ice type Phoenix, excuse me.
Ice type Phoenix.
I like that one. Fairy Opossum. Firelight's like, maybe I'll give the chat the space horror Julian won't read.
Hey, I said I want space horror. I just need people to like vet it for me and tell me if it's good. I want zombies in space. If somebody can find me good zombies in space, I will be a happy camper.
Without spaceships, though.
No, it can have spaceships because I think zombies in an enclosed place like a spaceship would actually be good.
So spaceships, still no spaceships.
Right, like other ships. Well, I mean, there could be other ships like maybe coming to try to rescue them or something, but like no giant space wars or politics. I also don't really like politics, which is another reason that I stay away from sci-fi written by old white men and fantasy written by old white men. I don't care about the politics.
A lot of fantasy written by old white men are about being in charge of the politics.
Mm-hmm.
So not all, but a lot. Spoikoi is mentioning or asking, so like the Reavers from Firefly?
Kind of.
Ooh, I do kind of like this recommendation from Firelight. It's not horror though, but the Lady Astronaut series by David Wellington.
Sounds like something you would like, Adam.
I do like it. I read it and liked it.
You do like it? Which one is it?
The Lady Astronaut? It's a catastrophe happens shortly after World War II that like is basically like shit, rocks come from space and destroy a lot of the planet, and then everyone's like, oh shit, we gotta like fight space now. So we're gonna go to war with the space and put a lot of money into the space. But like to be efficient, they end up recruiting women into the astronaut corps instead of just men. It's very much on a high concept level, very similar to For All Mankind.
I was going to say that sounds really familiar to For All Mankind.
For All Mankind was a little bit more realistic in the weird things that happened that caused the space race to accelerate. The Lady Astronaut series was like, the sky is falling, and so the space race accelerated.
That's the only way that we get women into space. The sky is falling.
Yeah.
I feel like this might be like a convergent evolution here, this grass fox.
Cat Endless asks, do zombies need to breathe?
Very much depends on the zombie. Are they one that's caused by a virus and therefore still alive, or are they an undead zombie? Because if they're the undead kind, no.
Firelight does have some sci-fi horrors. They just haven't vetted them yet. So by next stream,
there you go. That's your homework. Go read all the sci-fi horror and come back and tell me if it's actually good.
Spoiler mentions random floating zombies free falling in the void of space.
Right? Oh, and then one bonks into your ship and you don't know what it is, so you bring it inside and then
It thaws out and noms on your brains.
yep.
Firelight is correcting me. The Last Astronaut is the book they're recommending, not The Lady Astronaut. So I it's all the letters and imagined words that I was familiar with. But Firelight's no, The Last Astronaut. It's the Martian meets Alien.
I think I do have that one on my TBR because it did look like it had potential to be interesting. Of course, my TBR means nothing because I'm a mood reader, so really.
We do have Hedgehog has the recommendation of a poison evolution.
That's true. We need a new evolution. We haven't gotten one of those in a while.
Capitalist zombies. There's one comment in the chat. Firelight says the Lady Astronaut spin sounds interesting, and it is. It's really interesting, and it's the parallel evolution that was in the For All Mankind series and the Lady Astronauts series, because they start in about the same time period, and they both find actual historical characters to base several of their characters on. So they both have similar, if not the same, character based on the same historical character in both of their threads, because they're because there was a program exploring women astronauts initially before chauvinism got involved and stuff like that, and sexism, and so they can go back to those original lady astronaut candidates.
All right, here's my alternate Leafeon fox grass type.
Show me.
Oh, yeah.
No, the other side. Okay.
All right, I think I have two more.
We have a Phoenix Ice type, a Possum Fairy type.
Yeah, I think a Phoenix Ice type basically already exists. That's Articuno.
A Evolution Poison type, Rabbit Dark type, Ice Bigfoot Ice type, inspired by Shatner.
It's a really good thing that a Firelight has other things to do in their life, because otherwise I could see them running a whole campaign to get my entire chat, before we even start, to contact everybody who's usually in the chat and tell them to only ask for Bigfoot.
Cat Bug type.
Cat.
Dune Worm Water type.
Could you maybe a butterfly cat, maybe?
I was hoping more like a centipede cat or a beetle cat.
Beetle is kind of boring, but
you could do a glowworm cat.
Glowworm
cat.
It's just like a cat head on a worm.
No, the glowworms are the ones that light up at night.
Yeah, but it would have just a glowing butt, and that'd be it.
I was thinking mostly a cat, and then it has a glowing bulb at the back, and it has weird wings, because the glowworms have the shell type wings.
Do glowworms have wings?
Firefly, glow bugs, not glowworms.
Okay, glowworms are separate.
You're right.
You're thinking fireflies.
I am thinking fireflies.
Or lightning bugs. It's not a thing that was parts of the United States that call them fireflies versus who calls them lightning bugs.
We are starting to get some suggestions in the chat. Hope I might just be lagging a little bit. So, Velociraptor fire type, a shark rock type, a shark flower type, or a capitalism zombie. I don't know if that last one was the right type or not. But.
Capitalism type. Now, Pokemon doesn't need a capitalism type because all Pokemon are already capitalism type. Like, they are all fall under.
Mhm.
Hence, all of the. I mean, look at this. Capitalism.
Velociraptor fire.
I don't know how to do a capitalism shark. Is it just a shark with lots of money? Like, what is that?
That's a good question. Let's see here.
Just a shark with dollar bills. Maybe he's wearing a suit. I don't know. Donald Trump shark. A loan shark? How would I make a shark look like again, is he just a shark in a suit? Like what is I don't know what new things to add.
Zombie shark, lava type.
I just really want a zombie shark.
You could do a zombie shark up as a ghost type.
Yeah. Or a dark type.
Or dark type. What else do we got here?
Felt like I was going so good. Now like all of the inspiration has left my body. Shark with dollar signs for teeth? I don't know how that works.
Could do a lily fighting type, a water lily fighting type.
I do like the idea of the water lily one. I don't really have animal to go with that, but it is, some Pokemon are based on plants.
Some Pokemon are based on plants.
All right, I'll have to look up water lilies to make sure I get it right.
It can be like its head is the lily, and then it's got one of its frond petals is a shield or a boxing glove.
There is a lily pad Pokemon already, but he's a grass water type.
Yeah, we need a fighting type. Ooh, steel ice cassowary.
What does a cassowary look like again?
They're like the modern day dinosaur. They're a little bit like a more vicious ostrich, like a cannibal ostrich.
Okay.
With a blue head. They also have a blue head.
The blue head, huh?
Water lily shark. Water lily zombie. Cross between shark and a Bigfoot. Venus flytrap. Shark foot!
It just has sharks for feet.
Ooh, a fire type wallaby or a firefighting wallaby.
Does he come from the land down under?
I would assume so. Ostrich wearing a helmet.
Have they done an Australia Pokemon like region yet?
I don't think so. You could do a koala. I think a koala would have to be a fairy type because they make no sense.
There already is a koala one.
Is it fairy type?
I think it is.
All right, there you go. Tasmanian devil, but they're a psychic type.
Interesting.
Naked mole rat. So you need to do a little naked mole rat family, and each one is a different type.
There's a new Pokemon called Mousehold that is just literally a family of mice. And when it evolves, it has more mice.
Yeah, it just gets a bigger pile of mice.
Yeah, it's pretty dangerous because when you attack with a Mousehold, all the other Mousehold members also do the same attack.
So if you have all Mousehold types,
if you have your Mousehold attack, if you have a family of 4 Mousehold, it attacks 4 times. I think this water lily is going to be a water fighting type. It's going to be a combination.
Oh, okay, I get it now. Hedgehog replies to your land down under comment where women glow and men plunder. Twilight is here for just a few moments until their anime night starts. Twilight recommends a thylacine steel type.
Anime night. Fun, fun.
Indeed. Oh, Hedgehog recommends a shark as a water flying type because of Sharknado.
the whole it's the Sharknado is the Pokemon, like the whole tornado.
Yeah. Parkosaur says koala poison type because they are riddled with chlamydia. And the Sharknado suggestions come from trying to think of Pokemon that is more than one type, like Magneton and Dugtrio. Dugtrio. They spelled it with an I, but sure, I'll pronounce the I with the U.
Dugtrio is just I was trying to think of Pokemon with more than one Pokemon, more than one organism. So like Dugtrio is like multiple heads. Doduo and Dugtrio.
No, I've seen the drawings of what's under the ground. Just one. Twilight Guardian is showing Cyber 6 tonight as their anime show.
Cyber 6, huh? I am woefully not familiar with anime. I went through an anime phase like all the good girlies, and then it was only a phase. Unlike the horse thing, that stuck, but the anime was just a phase. This one is like turning out to be less of a Pokemon and more of just like a creature, but.
All right. Troglodyte water fighting type. Is it Troglodyte? No, that's wrong. What is it? The water bear. What is the water bear's actual name?
Cassidy, tardigrade. It's a tardigrade.
Tardigrade. Yes, there we go. A tardigrade water fighting type. Twilight Guardian says Cyber 6 is partially anime. It's Japanese Canadian.
Okay.
I'm confused, yeah. What about something based on the Portuguese man o' war from Spoikoi? Could you do a rock type Portuguese man o' war? Firelight is a special snowflake. They never had an anime phase.
Well, aren't you special? You probably never had a horsey phase either. What were you even doing with your childhood? Your teenage years? Being well adjusted? I find that hard to believe. All right, here's your fighting grass type, Adam. Water lily specifically. So this one like hides in the body of water and then punches out of it with its vine fists.
Very good. All right,
let me count how many I have.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we need to count. How many? Do you need 7 more?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, I have one more fakemon.
Some of the newer recommendations in the chat is a deck of cards as a Pokemon. That's more than one thing. War of the Worlds Tripod as a fire type. Deck of cards is like a mimic like Pokemon. Jellyfish school poison type. Also, Man-O-War are technically not jellyfish, but colonial organisms. So they also fall under the category of more than one thing.
I looked it up because I kind of forgot what it looked like.
Julian, how dare you? I was very well adjusted. Lady Spoilcoy recommends Sparkfoot.
I'm sorry, but people who get along with me, I don't believe that you are well adjusted. As a teen. I don't know what your thing was yet, but it was definitely there.
All right.
All right.
And one last suggestion for a Pokemon and a type. Going through the old list, Poison, Evolution, Fairy, Possum, Ice, Phoenix, Wallaby, Fire, Steel, Ice, Cassowary.
What was the Wallaby? Was it
Fire?
Fire Wallaby? Fire Wallaby. What did I do with a Fire Wallaby? Just draw a Wallaby on fire.
The Steel type, Thylacine. Can be a Wallaby on fire. There's a bird that was blamed for spreading wildfires in Australia. You could do that bird as a fire type.
Ooh. This is everybody's gonna get mad because I'm thinking of doing my own suggestion, not any of theirs. But there's lots of legends about, or not lots of legends, but there's at least one legend about crows having brought fire to mankind, and that's why they're all black, because they got all charred and sooty, because they used to be a beautiful color, and then
they still are a beautiful color. Our
That's
poor
true.
eyes just aren't blessed enough to see it.
so I'm like
We need to
tempted
look at them in
do-
infrared.
tempted to do a crow fire type.
Do it.
Fire kelpie. Would a fire kelpie live in magma, or would it put itself out every time that it went into the water? Is what I want to know.
Ooh, it could be like lithium that burns hotter in water when wet. A rock fire kelpie.
A rock fire kelpie. So just like a magma kelpie.
Except like it only ignites in water. Because the
Oh.
rock type is lithium.
Oh,
And they're
I
like,
see.
type or magnesium. Sorry, wrong thing.
Ooh,
Magnesium.
it could be a gimmick Pokemon. I'm probably not going to draw it, but it could be a gimmick Pokemon where, like, depending on like weather conditions, if it's sunny, it's one type, and if it's raining, it's a different type.
Mm-hmm. And like being hit with fire types charges it instead of it being weak to fire.
Mhm. Yeah. All right, I'm
Yes,
probably gonna draw.
gimmick Pokemon.
I'm gonna draw the fire crow though, because I like my own ideas.
horrible.
I'm a
person.
bad person. I'm like, come on my stream and tell me what to draw. I'm not gonna draw what you said. I'm gonna draw what I want.
Oh, sinister fire koala, steel poison, and it is a needle like muck. Firelight thinks the fire kelpie would live in magma. Lunar Muse says, "Heyo."
Heyo. Wow, we've got 14 people right now. I'm gonna go look at pictures of crows to make sure I get them.
Hedgehog Dilemma loves the idea of Pokemon constantly dousing itself. I think we're lagging a little bit. I got a recommendation for a blue crab type or a blue crab with sword-like claws. So that'd probably be like a blue crab steel type. Yeah. Hedgehog recommends that our rock fire kelpie has different move sets depending on the terrain. Archosaurus like rainy one type, sunny another type. So like me then.
There is, I think, a Pokemon that's already. Yeah, there's Cast Form, who's a weather gimmick Pokemon, and then there's another one, Furfru, who is a different type depending on what kind of haircut you get it. It's a poodle, and you get a different haircuts.
I see. Hedgehog is flipping the table now because you didn't pick their cool gimmick type. Stone kelpie, rock kelpie, rock fire kelpie.
I knew it.
Firelight recommends an anxiety type Pokemon, which I kind of think is the psychic type Pokemon.
Yeah, a little bit. Like Psyduck is just the anxiety type Pokemon. He just be out here having. Man has had a migraine for however long Pokemon have existed.
Do a tree that is a bug type.
There's already Sudowoodo. He's not a bug type, but he is a rock type. Sudowoodo.
That's fun. Luna Muse shares 20 some odd years that Psyduck has had a migraine.
Mm-hmm.
Blue skin starfish that blasted water. Or a Pokemon that sneezes and switches types. Is there a sneeze move?
No, I don't think there's a sneeze move. There's a Pokemon called Cupchew. A lot of fire on this bird.
Hedgehog thinks Psyduck is the Pokemon for Julian.
He is not my favorite Pokemon. He is fine, but he is not my favorite. I would ask if anybody can guess my favorite Pokemon, but you probably cannot. And also, there are not that many people on here who actually are familiar with Pokemon.
All right, chat. Now's your chance. Guess what?
That's not my favorite Pokemon.
No?
That's Cassidy's favorite Pokemon. Adam, jeez. What a bad husband. He can't even remember my favorite Pokemon. He's bringing over other people's favorite Pokemon.
Let's try again. All right, class.
He's still not my favorite Pokemon. He's a Pokemon that I like a lot. Look at him. Look at his little face. I'm so excited. He's like, he's Gen 2, right? When Gen 2 was coming out, I was like, oh, there's a little bear one. I want it. And then it turns into a giant bear. Yeah. Makes me happy. There's so many Pokemon now. I do not need this many Pokemon. And yet, here I am.
Ooh. A Pokemon that changes type depending on which SSRIs you prescribe them to special moves. Oh, Hedgehog says Psyduck is nobody's fave. Lunar Moon counters though that it's hard to have a singular favorite Pokemon.
It's true. I do have one that like you have a favorite book or a favorite song that's just the one that you tell people because you like it a lot, and that way you have one to tell people. So I've got one of those for as far as Pokemon.
Firelights like Julian's fave is so basic, even I know it. Pikachu.
No. I do like Raichu though, which Raichu, whom the Pokemon Company absolutely hates. I actually really like Raichu.
Hedgehog's like, it's Bulbasaur. Julian's favorite is Bulbasaur.
No, Hedgehog, I think you may be confused with your own favorite Pokemon.
Callison asks, not Phanpy?
Phanpy's high up there. Phanpy is very near the top of the list. He's so friggin' cute. Like, he is very near the top.
Hedgehog goes, nobody can guess my favorite Pokemon. Okay, emo Pokemon.
It's more like that there's just not enough people here today that know enough Pokemon. Even though it's not like super rare or obscure or anything.
Alright, Hedgehog is now pivoting to Charmander.
Nope. I'm not quite that basic. I will give you a hint though, it is a fire type.
Is it the pony?
It's not the pony.
Fire pony?
It's not the pony. I do like the fire pony, but they made the fire pony a crappy Pokemon. Makes it hard to. I'm like, I want to have one on my team, but it sucks. And I get it. Horses are breakable.
Hedgehog does clarify that your favorite Pokemon should be Bulbasaur.
No. I understand. It is not Growlithe.
Is it the baby fire puppy?
Baby fire puppy? That would be Growlithe, probably?
I think so.
It is not Growlithe. Or Arcanine. I'll save you the time.
Ponyta?
Nope, that's the horsey one.
Oh, that's the horsey one?
Yeah.
Parkin's like, I know Pokemon. There's just like a 1 in 1,000 chance of guessing it.
It's also, it's a Gen 1 Pokemon because I'm a millennial. So we're narrowing it down. Fire type, Gen 1, not Growlithe, not Ponyta, not Charmander.
Firelight is casting a little side eye at you, Julian, by the way, as Julian says she hasn't worked out what my weird preteen thing is in spite of how many times I've brought up cryptids.
I thought that was a weird adult thing, but has it been with you since the preteens?
So Lunar Muse asks if it's a straight fire type or if it has a second type. And I'm guessing as it's Gen 1,
Straight fire type.
it's straight fire type.
Mhm.
And Hedgehog's like, is it Gen 1? Because that's all I got.
It is Gen 1.
Carlson asks, Condaquil, Cyndaquil?
Oh, Cyndaquil. I do love the Cyndaquil line. They're up there with Fampi, very close to the top. But they are in fact Gen 3, 2 or 3. I can't remember. I'm a bad Pokemon person.
Lunar, where'd it go? Lunar Muse mentions that as a fellow millennial, they resent that. Parkasaur asks Moltres.
Nope. We're running out of fire types. We'll get there.
Spoiko is also a fan of cryptids. Cryptids for life.
Yeah, I got some cryptid buddies in the chat. That's why Stockboy should hang out with us, because we always have Firelight and they are a cryptid lover. All right, here's my crow, Fire Crow. Well, he's got a match in his beak and his wings are on fire.
Did the match light him on fire, or did he light that match on fire?
Unclear. He didn't start the fire.
But he did.
No, he did. It's not Ninetales.
Is it Voltic?
Nope.
Arcanine?
Nope. We're running out of fire types. We'll get there. Yes, Hedgehog, it's Flareon. You did it. Through process of elimination, because it was like the only fire type left. But I love Flareon. He's a fluffy fire doggy. He looks so cuddly. And 10 out of 10 would snuggle. He's like warm. You know he's going to be warm because he's a fire type. He's soft. He's a puppy. Like, what more could I ask for in a favorite Pokemon? But I have many, many Pokemon who are also near the top of that list. Just Flareon is on the top.
Only one can be at the precipice.
Only one can be at the tippy toppiest.
Julian's love.
Lunar Muse has good taste. It was their favorite evolution. Favorite OG evolution, I guess. They might have a new favorite one now. He's very soft looking. Super cuddly, yes. Honestly, though, I love all the evolutions, I think. Like, even the dumb ones. But obviously, Flareon, top of the list. Maximum cuddliness, 10 out of 10 soft boy would cuddle. Sylveon is cute. She's a little silly with the ribbons, and it's a little weird, but I don't care. It's cute anyway. We need a new evolution, though. We have gone a long time without any evolutions. Sylveon does have the dead eyes. That's not Sylveon's fault. That's the animator's fault. He's so cute. Oh yeah, I gotta show you guys all the ones I drew. Dirt. I was gonna be like, oh, all right, I'm all done drawing, but I didn't show you. Okay, so they're not in order. But here is the grass fighting type that is a water lily that comes out of the water and punches you with its vine hands. I don't have a Flareon Stuffy. I need one. They are apparently not very popular because like I never see them in Target or anything. All of my Pokemon are from Target and Walgreens. Walgreens has the these ones that are Squishmallow brand. I don't even like Squishmallows, but you slap a Pokemon face on it, and all of a sudden. Then we have our Leafeon 2.0, or what Leafeon could have looked like, maybe. I do have a Flareon. Adam, go get my little Flareon from my office. I do have a plush. It's just really small. Oh goodness, my
Ash flower fell.
yeah. Here is my original one, which is a flying bunny. Here is Fire Crow. Adam is very excited. He knocked down things. A whole bunch of things. Here is my electric snail. Okay, I do have one Flareon, but he's tiny. But he's I gave him an earring. Look at him. So he sits right next to my editing computer. So he's always keeping me company. He little tail. He's not. Somebody was like, "Is he a shiny Flareon?" And I'm like, "Nope. He's a sun bleached Flareon because he was on sale at half price books because he had been sitting in the window for a long time. So he is sun bleached." But I want a big Flareon. I want a snuggly one because, like, look at all of this fluff. Look at the snuggle potential on this boy. The cutest. No, the electric snail was not a Futurama reference. Don't come for me. I never really got into Futurama. I don't dislike it. It just didn't keep my attention. Here is my fighting type Goose. The fairy ferret. I think that was my favorite this time. And the poison possum. Turbo movie reference. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I know. I love the little earring on this guy. I was wearing the earring to film one day, and I was like, I don't want to take this all the way back up to my other jewelry. So I put it on Flareon, and now it is his. At least until I want to wear it to film. They're so cute. He was the first Pokemon plush, and it's just been a slippery slope ever since. All right, guys. So, is there anything that you would care to talk about before we split for the end of our day? Anyone want to share their favorite Pokemon? We already know what Hedgehog's favorite Pokemon is. Although there is a Hedgehog Pokemon. It's a cute little guy. Well, his name is Shaman, I think. Shaman. He's a cute little guy. I've never actually used one, but it's adorable. Oh yes, I did do a possum impromptu photo shoot with your cat. I think every photo shoot with a cat is equally as important and professional. Jojo is right over here. You just can't see her. I just like grass types and the dopey ones, Slowpoke, Snorlax. So I'd be allergic to them, I bet. I bet you wouldn't be allergic to Slowpoke. I feel like Slowpoke is actually kind of slimy, like naked mole rat vibes, except for wet. Don't put me on the spot. There are too many to pick one. That's why you've got to have one that's like your favorite. That's just your go-to answer. Like I have a go-to answer for like favorite movie, favorite book, but they're in fact among many, many favorites. I just pick one so that I can answer that question. You know, as I rehearse all of my conversations beforehand in my head, it's important to have those answers locked in. Just sent you some of the pictures. Yay, I get to look at pictures of the kitty. Julian's next cat will be Flareon. Ooh, Lugia, because it is a giant dinosaur ocean god. Grass gym leader covered in antihistamine cream. That would be Alyssa. Oh yeah, what type of gym leader would you be? I actually think I would be an electric type gym leader. I could see myself like, because they're all just kind of fast and intense and also glass cannons. So You get hit them once and they're just done. And I feel like that's my vibe. Adam, what kind of gym leader would you be?
It is an excellent question. Grass type is likely, but I could be a rock type or a fire type.
And what about bug type?
No, I'm too much of a min-maxer to be bug type.
I was going to say, because there's a Pokemon called Durant, and it's just an ant, and you could just have an entire party of Durant. Just ant after ant after ant.
And like, if childhood Adam could have been a gym leader, yes. Bug type Durants, probably.
Alyssa or Hedgehog would just run a Pokemon daycare. Can just watch all the Pokemon doing it. We have one rock type gym leader specializing in fossil Pokemon. Solid. I was so excited when there was a T-Rex Pokemon. Like, you have no idea. His name was Kaiju. I still remember what I named him. And he was my precious T-Rex boy. I actually have a plush of one of the T-Rex Pokemon too. It's a little one. It's like a keychain. Little plush keychain. Because I was like, it's my boy! My giant dino child. Hedgehog says, I always thought that was a little irresponsible of the daycares, letting the Pokemon breed. That used to be the only way that you could breed Pokemon, is you put 2 of them in the daycare, and then you came back to see if they laid an egg. The daycare just letting Pokemon just boink. And all Ditto
to care
Gym.
for them if they tire each other out that way.
Did they put feathers on the T-Rex Pokemon? The Aurorus Pokemon kind of looks like it has like feathers or something. I need a fire type or 2 for winter. Yeah, that's another reason that I think I love Flareon, because he looks like he would be warm. What are we teaching the children? We're teaching them to love animals. That's what we're teaching them. And then make the animals fight each other. Those 2 things. Love the animals and then make them fight. I love how in the first Pokemon movie, we all learned the lesson that Pokemon don't actually like fighting each other, and it's bad to make them fight each other. And then immediately everybody got amnesia, and we just went straight back to the status quo. Oh, I guess it could be feathers. I always just kind of thought it was fluff, but yeah, it could be feathers. The Tyrantrum, like, neck ruff. It's so poorly, like, illustrated that it just looks like, I was just like, okay. Fluff, I guess. Yeah, no, he's got the fluffy tail. Just the fluffiest. I had a Flareon and a Nuzlocke. His name was Elmo. And in the second movie, we learned that it's wrong to collect Pokemon as if they were objects, like trading cards. We learned nothing. We retained 0% of it. I don't know. I have my iced tea. Let's see if I can't read it. The little heart symbol is in my way. It's up to the W, so I'm gonna guess right. Writing is good. I'm probably gonna leave you guys pretty soon. I'm definitely enjoying the fun little chat about Pokemon, but get other stuff. Yeah, the magic reset button is very real in the world of Pokemon. What did we learn from the Ryan Reynolds movie? We learned that mind controlling Pokemon is wrong. So just fighting them normally is okay, But putting your brain into them, I think, it's been a while since I saw the movie, that's not good. Like, you shouldn't transfer your consciousness into a Pokemon. That's what we learned. Unless that Pokemon is Ryan Reynolds into a Pikachu, then it's fine. But everything else, don't do it. You know, the Pokemon games have gotten a lot less grindy, honestly, if you would try some modern ones, I'm just saying. There, Hedgehog. And we learned that Bulbasaur saves the day. What are you not doing again, Firelight? Oh, did not to put people's brains into Pokemon, I'm assuming. Oh, you tried Sun. Yeah, I should give you like one of my Pokemon games, because not all of the modern ones are good. And Sun and Moon are not very good, in my opinion. And in the opinion of a lot of other Pokemon players. So I should yeah, Firelight, stop putting your brain inside a Pokemon. It's bad. It's bad to do. It's bad to do. It's just evil to transfer anyone's brain into a Pokemon, unless that is Ryan Reynolds. Then it's fine and hilarious. What? It's the sun. Be an awesome Arcanine. Yeah. Just be an Arcanine. Just vibing. I don't know how long Pokemon live. Yeah, we got some decent Pokemon out of it, even if the game sucked. June teacher Pokemon. All right, y'all. I'm going to say goodbye. So share your final thoughts about Pokemon or whatever in the comments. And then I am going to peace out. And I don't know what I'm going to do. Probably play some video games. And then maybe hang out with my friend later tonight. Maybe. Maybe we'll watch movies. We might. Come to my car, Jim. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. Movie night. Friend. Yeah, I have other friends, Hedgehog. I have other friends besides you. I swear. I promise. My friend who lives in Canada, but isn't Firelight, who's kind of my friend who lives in Canada. Different. Anyway. It's a reference to my girlfriend who lives in Canada. Feel the need to explain the joke. My favorite Pokemon is the drawing of the T-Rex as a Chonky Robin. Friendship confirmed. Hedgehog says sus. All right, everybody. I will see you. Thanks for coming to my stream. I saw some faces I don't usually see on the stream, so that's cool. Yay. Adam, say bye. They can kind of see you in the background there.
Adam can say bye.
Adam says bye. Do you guys see his big red beard? Did you see that the last time? I don't think so. I don't think they've seen your red beard.
Because I was skipped the last one.
Yeah.
You might have seen it the one before that.
Can't remember. All right. Adam and his big red beard and my Pokemon. We all say goodbye. Goodbye.